I bought a couple of little things for Easter. I bought this cute little salt and pepper shaker. It says Bunny Boulevard, and you literally get a pink bunny and a blue bunny, and it's in this nice little basket, this Easter basket. It's adorable. And then I got some plates. These are not necessarily Easter, but they're pastel, and I thought they were pretty. They're called Romantic Rose, and I'm assuming they're all the same pattern. I'll take them out in a minute. We'll see if they're all the same pattern. I'll take this off so we can see them. This one doesn't have a name on them, but they're just a pretty blue like bows, and there's some flowers in the center. And then these rabbits, I didn't realize when I bought them that they're actually all from the same brand. I didn't realize that until I put them on the table to show you. It's called Top Hat and Tail. And so I bought this figure, this rabbit, and I love the little black and white stripe detail on him, but I also love the top of his head. And then these, you can tell when I picked these up, I didn't know, I thought they were just to sit around, but they're actually to put candles. You put, there's a space here to put a big candle on, but I'm not going to use them for candles. I'm going to put them on the mantle. And when you set them up, like if I put them up on a bookshelf or something like that, it just looks like that's the top of his head. You would never know that you were supposed to put anything up there anyway. So I'm not going to use them for candle holders. And then I found this tray, and this tray I can use year round if I want to. I could use it in different rooms and put stuff on it, but it is just a checkerboard pattern, black and white, and that'll be nice to keep out year round. But I will open these up and we'll see if they're the same pattern. So these are the same pattern, and so this is it's very, very light, very pale pink, and the name of the company is Sunday Morning Ceramics, which I've never heard of. And then these are all the same pattern. And the reason I didn't know is because I had bought sets of 4 that were like, I don't know, they were like something for Christmas. And all 4 of them were different. I don't remember what it was though. This is Carolina Sato. Wayne's World. It's not Wayne's World like the movie. It's W-A-I-N. Wayne's World. Not Dana Carvey. And then this is the salt and pepper shaker, and these are so cute. You have to be careful with them though, because you don't want to just clank them around in there. But that is how they look. And let's see if it has something on the bottom. Yes, it says hand wash only Potter's Studio, established in 1920. And so they just go in there just like that. Of course, I won't ever put salt and pepper in them. I'm just going to use them as a little decoration, but they're adorable. I bought these 2 sets of Easter cards. You can go ahead and take them out. I bought them off of Amazon, and if I think about it, I'll link them below. But I have, if you've been watching me for a while, I bought a set of these. I bought 2 sets for Halloween, and I bought 2 sets for Christmas. And then I only bought 1 set for Valentine's Day because I only saw 1 set. And then I bought 2 for Easter because they had 2 different ones. And then I bought 1 last set for the 4th of July. And so once Kevin strings these 2, he'll just have 1 more to go for the 4th of July. So what we do is, these are really nice. They're large cards, and they give you a needle and thread that you see over there. And Kevin strings them together. You could string them all together, although it would be huge. Or you could divide it into as many banners as you want. So
lots of little girls in this one.
Yes. So we are there 18? 18.
Yeah.
So we will put this particular banner. This will be for the mantle in the den and in front of the door in the den. So we're going to do 9 and 9 for this particular one. The next set will have to be smaller because it's going in a smaller area.
We can use these once we make the 9. We can use this to figure out how big does the other one need to be. That way I know how many cards will
Yeah,
fit.
that's really smart.
Yeah.
But these, I'll just go through them.
And what Tammy will do is she'll go through and arrange them in the order she wants them. Which I'm guessing since there's 2 like rabbit pictures, you'll put those in the center maybe? I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, I probably won't have 2 rabbits right together.
No, I'm saying one and one and one in the other.
Oh, yeah. In each of the banners.
There's only one. Is there only one little boy?
There's one little boy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only little boy. Okay, here's the second set.
Of course, I can't open that one as quickly.
Just use your scissors.
I know. I'm just the
Kevin.
other one had like sticky.
Oh, it does, yeah. See, that's how I am with chips sometimes. Sometimes I just want to try to get the chip bag open. So this has the same color, the same pink ribbon.
Okay. So I'll start with it. I like the little birds. Those are cute.
I like that. We have a banner and a banner. Hey, you see that with the little boy? So how many of these do we have?
17.
17. Okay.
10, 15, yeah, 17.
So 17.
So one less.
So one less. So just know that when you order these, you may not get the exact amount.
Unless they're stuck together somewhere. I don't think so.
No, I don't think they're. Well, no, I don't think they are. No. So 17. But that happened before.
Yeah.
So just know you might get a different amount. So this is Kevin stringing these together, and he has put several of these together for me now. He's done one for Halloween, several for Christmas. He did a Valentine's Day, and now the Easter. If you wanted to, you could laminate these, but honestly, there's no point in laminating them because they're really sturdy cards, and they're thick enough to where they're not going to fall apart or anything. And they're just really good quality, and I would totally buy them again. And this is him hanging up the wreath that I bought, and I love this wreath. It's beautiful. I saw one similar to it in Michael's, and it's really colorful. So if you're looking for one, if you don't necessarily like this one on Amazon, you can go to Michael's. But now he's just putting these banners up, and it just all depends on how big we need them, where we end up putting them. So this room needed a smaller banner, so we put the smaller one in here, and then I'm just dusting this off because it was dirty. Bought some of these paper lanterns from Amazon. We'll see how they look. We'll see how they come out because you really can't tell what they look like here or the colors or anything. I do remember when I chose them, I liked them, and I plan on hanging them from the chandelier in the dining room. And so when we open these up, I'll make sure that I show you what those look like in case you're interested in getting some for yourself. So I bought some more Easter things. I can't tell you how many Easter eggs I have bought and given away throughout the years because I keep thinking, oh, I'm not going to decorate with them anymore. So I've given away bags of Easter eggs. Anyway, bought some more Easter eggs. I bought 2 bags. There are, I don't know how many's in here. A lot. 48. 48, yeah. And these were both bought at Target. They were only $3 a piece for 48. And I bought the pastel. They did have darker colors. This I bought at Home Goods. This is Ruby brand. by Mara Me, it says. It's honeycomb tabletop decor, and you get 2 rabbits in here. It was $4.99 for 2 rabbits, and I'll keep them and use them every year, but I'll show you those when we put them out. As well as this is the same brand, and this is a honeycomb garland. And again, I'll show you what it looks like when we get it out. At Sam's Club, I bought this ribbon. And at Christmas, I have these busts, these big busts that sit around the house. And at Christmas time, Kevin, we bought some red ribbon, red velvet ribbon, and Kevin put that around, or no, it wasn't velvet. It was just red ribbon. And Kevin put around the bust, these big bows. So this will look good for Easter or spring, and I will put that, I'll have him put that around their necks, but I'll show you what that looks like. And then I saw this Peeps, this was at Target, and I saw this Peeps Matchbox car, and I thought that's really cool. I want to get that and keep that. I'll probably just take that out and set it on the bookshelf, but I just think it's cool.
She loves the little Volkswagen cars, that's for sure. These are these little puffy little things you sit around. So you just basically, they've made them different now. Used to, they were like little brass things that you would bend and hold them in place. Now they're putting double stick tape. I can be honest with you, the double stick tape doesn't last very long. So when you bend them around, they're stuck. They're there forever, and you really can't separate them. I mean, if you did, your tape's not going to be sticky anymore. So just know, if you get these and they got the double stick tape, which, like I said, all of them that we've gotten have had that. When you want to close them up for the year, you either have to leave them like they are, or you can try to pull them apart, but you're going to have to get some more double stick tape on your own. You could also use paper clips to hold them together, like small little paper clips. That would work as well. This is a package we got. It has these little balloons, like these little lanterns in it, and the pom-poms in it. Kind of looking through things. The pom-poms are what I just laid out. These are the little lanterns, and they're like a coil of wire and paper, and the paper is pretty thin. You got to be careful not to poke holes in it, but you take this little wire thing and you slide it down the biggest part of it, and then it's got 2 little metal wire loops at the top that you kind of hook them into. And then it's got a thing at the top you just hook a piece of rope through, or a piece of string or whatever, or you can just hook it directly. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to be making these things for a minute. It takes a little while because there's a bunch of them. I think there was like, I don't know, 13 or 14 of them. Ashley had some of these that were, they looked like, we put them up in our classroom. They looked like hot air balloons. And so they had these little, you had, this part was the balloon part, and then below it hung these like little baskets, and the little baskets were just on like yarn or ribbon or something. I can't remember what they were held on to. But those were basically, the little lanterns were the balloon part of the hot air balloon. It was pretty cool looking. I liked it. But they lasted for a really, really long time, and they're pretty sturdy as long as you don't poke holes in the paper. That's the biggest thing, is you got to be really careful not to poke holes in the paper. I think at some point in time I did poke my finger through the very top of it, but it made such a small piece that it didn't really matter. When I'm pulling it out like this, I think I poked my finger through one, and it's easy to do. But if you wanted to repair it, all you've got to do is get a piece of tape or something and put over top of it, and it'll fix the rip, and it won't be ripped anymore. So I'm going to finish these up, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. This is the last balloon, or the last little lantern. And these are like little, I'm going to take these, I'm going to ignore those for a second. These are like little fans. So they work similar to how those rabbits did, where again, yeah, you kind of fold them around. Now this one did come with little white paper clips you put on them. They didn't come with double stick tape, which is good, because like I said, most of the time you don't want them to be permanently out all the time. You want to be able to close them up. And the string on them was really short too. It was long enough to where we could tie a knot in them and hang them on where Tammy ended up putting them. But it is a very short piece of string. Now these things, I just hate to say it, but I don't like them at all.
I'm not very good at it, but basically you get a piece of yarn and it's crepe paper that's folded like back and forth, like tissue paper, not crepe paper. It's tissue paper, and it's folded back and forth, and it's got a little knot in the middle. And you pull each individual sheet out. So you kind of open it up, you pull each individual sheet out, and then you fluff it. And I'm not very good at the fluffing part. It just looked really it's cumbersome, and mine just doesn't look as good. Tammy goes in later on and fixes it, but it's you kind of got to work your way through one sheet at a time and pull them apart. And you just got to be careful again not to rip it because it is tissue paper. It's kind of like what you'd have at Christmas when you're putting it in a package and you're wrapping up shirts or putting it in top of a bag, a wrapping, a gift bag or something like that to cover up the gift. That's what kind of paper that is. And it's different colors. You could make this yourself if you really wanted to, but you would have to get all the sheets of paper and you'd have to fold it back and forth and make it like that. It's easier and probably cheaper to just buy it like this and be done with it. But you can see it's kind of flat on the edges where the center part is. It kind of looks like a tire in the middle. I mean, I'm trying to fluff it up the best I can, but that's about as good as it gets. But like I said, Tammy comes in and fixes it because I'm like, this I don't like these.
If it ain't fit to be done.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Ultimately, it's going to add some color and it'll look pretty.
Okay, there's that one.
You just pull them apart, don't you?
Yeah. Just pull them apart.
Maybe the little ones don't look as good because you can't pull them as far. I love the faces I make when I'm doing this. Kevin, even though he wasn't impressed with this green one when he first made it, I think it just needed a little love. It needed me to fluff it up, and it ended up being really adorable. Oh, that's adorable. Look how cute that is. That's so cute.
Once you fluff it better, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, now what is that?
That's what they start with.
That's that?
Yep.
Okay, well, how in the world did you start that?
Pull it apart on each side. No, like open it up.
Oh.
And then you work one sheet at a time. You pull one way, one way the other way. And just one in the middle. So it's straight.
So these come together pretty easy. Now, Kevin said that he does not enjoy doing what I'm doing. They're fluffing these things up. I do not think it's hard at all. I didn't think it was any big deal. It's just it's not something that he enjoys. And he enjoys doing paper crafts quite a bit. It's just these particular things. One year for one of Ashley's classrooms, she made these giant flowers. And basically, it's just like these things right here. They're just not on a string. And they're so pretty. And now this one, I ended up with strings coming out both ends because I didn't know that the strings were you're supposed to keep the strings together. Kevin didn't tell me to keep the strings together. So I did end up having one string coming out one end, one coming out the other end, but he was able to fix it for me. And I told him, I said, you didn't tell me that I was supposed to keep those strings together while I was fluffing these up. But it all ended up working out well in the end.
So do you think I need to put like more of these? Like you want a couple more instead of just two on each side?
Yeah, like that could go for the one maybe in the hallway. Because it's small. That mouse in the hallway is small. So that might look really good on that one.
Okay. My question is, do you want
yes.
three on each side?
Yes, three.
Do you need longer or do you want or the same length?
The same length will be fine.
But just one more.
Yeah, if you can. I don't even know how you're doing that.
Wrapping it.
Looks terrible.
No. Got my little piece of paper in it.
You know, I'm not overall though. haven't been overly like wowed by any of the Easter decorations this year. Have you?
Yeah, they're okay.
I mean, that's why I haven't bought it, but just a couple of things. I mean, there hasn't been like, oh, that's so unique, you know? I'm glad I got the few little things that I got. Because, and even that guy for the middle of the table in there, they didn't have any of those. Kevin made himself like a little template to wrap the bow around so that he had the same measurement for every single one, and it ended up working out perfectly.
You like it with a 3?
Yeah, I do. I'll put those on the ones in the den. They're sitting up high, and you kind of need more, you know, something more. And maybe even the pheasant by the front door. That'll look good because he's kind of big.
No, you can fluff them. The bows. You can make them look better
Once you get it on them.
once you get it on.
Yeah, I like the 3. The 3's much better. This one's bent just right here.
Oh, you can put your bend them back.
Okay, Tammy's finishing up the last one she has to make, and then she's going to abandon me completely and go do something else entirely. I'm finishing up the bows. Tammy said I made a template. It was something I saw someone do, easy ways to make bows, and you just basically make. I think I used just a regular cardstock piece of paper. You want something stiff that you don't want like regular notebook paper, but you can use cardstock or some stiff piece of cardboard basically, and cut it to the length you want, make a line in the middle of it, and then you basically just wrap it around 3 times or 4 times or 5 times or 8 times or however many little bows you want. And then I use these like plastic zip ties for the center. You could tie it with like if you had the wire that goes to like florist wire, I believe is what it's called. If you have florist wire, you could use that as well, and put it on there and twist it. And then actually that would go really nicely on whatever you're going to attach it to. I use another piece of ribbon and wrap it around the center. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to wrap it around, and this is the wired kind, so it worked really good. I just kind of tied it, and then I used that extra piece just to wrap it around and tie it in the back on the actual statue. In last week's vlog, you would have seen where I showed putting the Valentine's Day stuff up. You can see this is like the end of that video that I didn't have last week, and that's because I am choosing ornaments that I will leave out for Easter. So at the same time I put the Valentine's Day stuff up, I'm getting the ones that look like Easter, like pastel colors. And honestly, when I first bought these, Kevin was like, "Yeah, but you're going to be able to tell they're Christmas ornaments." And I was thinking in my mind at the time, no, they're going to look really pretty. They're going to look beautiful. It's gonna work out. Well, it has worked out. It has been just like, it's just beautiful colors, and I love them. And I love it that I have all different colors. So for any holiday, I can get these out. If I had wanted to do St. Patrick's Day, I absolutely could have. I could have done shades of green. I just chose not to. I chose to jump right into Easter because that way I can leave the stuff out for a longer amount of time. And that's my goal, is to like leave for each holiday. I really like to leave it out for 2 months, and that way I get the full benefit of it, and I really get a lot of joy from it. You can see I stand here a lot and I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking about, where do I want things? How do I want to do things? This is that black and white tray that I showed you earlier. I didn't really know exactly how I wanted it, but you'll see in a minute, it ends up. I absolutely love how this turned out. And the good thing about those ornaments, you see them falling all over the place. They bounced off the floor and everything. They're not breakable. They're not going to break. But they make a big impact. And I think they really do look nice on the table. And I bought tons of them. So they went on sale after Christmas one year, I think like a couple of years ago. And I probably bought
50 boxes. I'm not kidding. But I knew in my mind at the time, I thought I am going to fill up candy dishes and bowls. And I was thinking in my mind at the time, baskets or glasses or whatever. And I just knew, even if I was just to lay them all over the table, like if I didn't have these trays, I would have just laid them out in the middle of the table and they would have still made a big impact. So now I'm filling up the candy dishes. So if you watch my hauls, my grocery hauls, I had bought like 6 boxes of these Brock's spiced jelly beans. And I said at the time, I said, they probably won't even fill up this candy dish because this is a big candy dish. But these are little bitty bags. I swear they're putting less and less in them. And I saw somebody posted somewhere, maybe it was on Facebook or something, where the regular Brock's jelly beans are not coming with the black licorice anymore. And that's really disappointing because my favorite flavor is the black, the licorice ones. And so to know they're leaving those out, it's like, well, why would you do that? But you can see I decorate a lot with candy. The grandkids love it. They came over here for dinner with Andrew and Christina, and I couldn't keep them out of it. But that's okay. It's meant to be eaten. It's meant to bring them joy while they're here. And if I have to buy more, then I will buy more. These are jumbo jelly beans, and I bought them with the purpose not only to eat and enjoy, but also to decorate with. I put them in these really pretty bowls that we have. We had bought these as ice cream bowls, but then they tip over way too easy. So I thought, you know what? I'll keep them and use them for decoration. And Kevin and I have already eaten so many of these jelly beans that I added more to the top of this. And now I'm just showing you what they look like inside. Few more little Easter things to show you. We went in Dollar Tree, and I love these banners. They add so much color, and they're cheap, and you could keep them year after year. I have one for Halloween. It's like witches' boots, and they're all different colors that I bought at Dollar Tree years and years ago, and I still have it. So these are actually, this is like a felt bunny garland, and so I've got that. And then I got this one that says Happy Easter, or does it say Hoppy? It says Happy Easter, and they're egg shapes, and you get all different colors of those. And of course, I'll show you these when I hang them up. And then I saw these coloring, make-a-face books for the kids. If you watch what we got Evie, our youngest granddaughter, for Christmas, we got her a ton of these make-a-face books at, I think it was at Costco. But we bought her one of each one that they had. And so I bought one. Amelia likes them too, and I didn't realize that. So we bought one of these for Evie and one for Amelia. And what you do, if you didn't watch that video, is you get all these, like you get eyes, you get different noses, ears, and stuff like that. And then you have the faces to put them on. So they have blank pages like this, and they're hilarious. You can make them funny, you can make them more realistic, but I mean, it looks kind of creepy. Like that looks kind of creepy until you get the stuff on it. It's like, what horror film is that from? But then they get the stuff on there and they can look really funny. So anyway, I got those two for the girls, and then we just got Gavin this little squishy thing, because who doesn't love a squishy toy? And then I got this for me. This is an Easter coloring book with stickers. I won't use the stickers, but I do like the pages in there, the pictures. And then I did buy, I thought this was a good deal. This is 100 pieces. So I'm wondering if it's really only 50 eggs. Oh my gosh, you think?
No.
So you think each literally half and half?
Probably.
Okay, so it was $5 then. Even for 50 eggs, I guess that's okay. And so I'll put those all over the house. One more thing that I bought, this could be for Easter, I could use these for Valentine's Day, I could use these for any holiday, honestly, but I bought them at Easter time, so I'm showing you in the Easter haul. This is Grace Teaware, and we have bought other plates that are that same brand, and I just bought 4, and so I want to see where they'll fit in the decor, but if anything, we can use these for dessert plates.